everybody, I'm Corkbulb, and today I'm going to be playing more of the Escapists. I actually realized just now that the game is called the Escapists, not the Escapist. I don't know why they pluralized it, but anyway, I'm pretty fucking pissed because I tried to record part 3 of my Shankton State Pen playthrough, and there's a big black box in the middle of the recording that I can't get rid of. So, I mean, it looks terrible. You can kind of see what I'm doing. But I think I know why I did that. I left a stupid pop-up on my desktop and I didn't close it before I actually recorded. Why it did that, I don't know. I imagine the video software is supposed to record the output of my computer or my monitor. I'm still kind of new to this stuff. I don't really know exactly how it works. Also, I did notice that the game sound in-game is extremely quiet. So I'm going to try and put that up a little bit, see if I can get a better game sound on the recording. I'm going to have to figure out how to use the video and audio software better. I mean, like I said, I'm kind of new at this. But anyway, to make up my dumb mistake in the last video, I'm going to be playing through the hardest prison in the stock game, HMP Irongate. And I'm sure the first thing that goes through everyone's head is, what the hell does HMP stand for? Well, if you know your world history, you know HMS, which means Her Majesty's ship, which means the Royal Navy and British ship. The HMP actually stands for Her Majesty's prison, which would mean a Imperial British Royal prison. So I guess this is a prison somewhere located in the British Isles. I don't know, that term is kind of outdated. But we're going to play as our favorite character again. And rename him my little favorite name here. And here we go. Nice big ass community here with a lot of guards. Now, if you remember from the Shankton State Pen playthrough, the first 5 guards have the keys. The other guards will have nothing in their inventory, just a baton and guard uniform. So knocking these 5 guards out, Carl, Wayne, Jesse, Noah, and Keno will have nothing. Officer Owen will have the yellow key. Officer, he needs roll call. Yellow key, yeah, and he does roll call. Officer Clark will have the orange utility key. Officer Gill will have the purple outdoor key, which is useless in this prison because there are no outside doors. Officer Waltz, he's the one we're interested in because he will have the red staff key, which often gives you access to outside areas through gates and through walls. And Officer Cooper will have the green work key, which is kind of useless too. I mean, it's only useful for getting into certain areas that have wood in them or metal. Anyway. So, here we are. Listen here, maggot. You know while you're here, so no point in crying about it. Well, I won't be here very long, so you'll be crying about that. Generally feared as the highest security prison ever, HMP Irongate is where you'll live out the rest of your meaningless existence. Unless by meaningless existence you mean by a couple of days. Escape, you say? Don't make me laugh. The handful of idiots who tried meta-watery demise trying to swim off the island. Well, I won't be swimming, I'll be rowing. Or sailing. Still, chin up, eh? So, this prison, you will notice there's cameras in the cells, which get annoying really fast. To bypass that, you actually have to wait until the camera turns away, and then use a tube of toothpaste on the camera. And that allows you to go into these cells. Jar of ink, that'll help us out. And you can only use a tube of toothpaste twice, so you have to grab toothpaste from somebody else's desk if you want to continue searching desks. We'll grab a book just to boost, give the prisoners, I think that boosts their, actually we'll find out right now exactly how much it boosts by. Let me put the ink away. We don't have to worry about the shakedowns because we don't have any cotton band yet. Let's do favors. Ooh. During morning roll call, that's right now. Let's beat the shit out of John. Ooh, there you go. And now, the guards have batons, stun batons, which knock you out in 1 hit. They do 50 damage. I think if you have max strength, you can survive 1 hit. If a health point recovers while you're down, you wake up. I don't know exactly how that works. But you get knocked out basically in 1 hit. And you can't take the stun baton. Everyone's like, oh, to knock a guard out with a cup of hot chocolate and take the stun baton. No, you can't. You can't remove the stun baton as a weapon from the guards. It won't click out of their inventory and go into yours. And even if you somehow hack it using cheat codes, ooh, I need to grab toothpaste. Don't ever forget to grab toothpaste after you use up your thing. And this is where actually shaving cream becomes extremely useful, because you can use shaving cream 5 times to knock out the cameras, which will be imperative because you can't go up on your desk or out into the vents. And we need to go into the vents in HMP. Ooh, dear, I just walked over the table and I didn't mean to do that. You have to go into the vents. Tub of bleach, we can get that easily because we're janitor, which is the default job. Timber brace, no, that's contraband, and it's going to be difficult to get the wood together. So, janitor's default job. We need to get, ooh, there's balsa wood. Now, balsa wood is required to make a raft, which is 2 balsa woods and a rope. We will need 3 pieces of rope and 2 pieces of balsa wood to escape. We will also need, actually, let me give an exact list, but we need the balsa wood later. To escape. We'll talk about that in a little bit. First, I want to get through the basic day. So we're actually going to take 2 tubs of bleach and a plunger. I always like to have a plunger in my inventory in case I have to flush something. That's usually generally useful on San Pancho, where you have to flush a lot of dirt in case the toilet gets clogged, because if guards find contraband in your toilet, you are screwed. I think your heat goes to 100 and they whoop the crap out of you, or you might go to solitary. I'm not exactly sure how that works. But a plunger will unclog a toilet instantly and the shit goes down. So, it's good. Somebody wanted a tub of bleach for Stuart. And we want to find out who's mailman, because we want the mailman job. Very important. That allows us to go into the cells anytime without getting caught. I still think if you search the desks, you get caught by the cameras, but it allows you to go into the cells, so at least you can knock the cameras out. You don't have to wait for them to turn. Alright, so we're looking for, Stuart for the tub of bleach. If you see him, we'll make some money. This prison is particularly difficult, not just because of the raft and the contraband detectors, but because you need a lot of expensive items from... Ooh, he's down. Let's check him. Ah, crap, he got up. You have to... A lot of expensive items from prisoners. One good way to get items right now is to get items while they're on the right side of the contraband detector. So this guy right here was safe to buy this, but this you can find... Timber you can find in inmates' desks. The items we need to escape, the balsa wood, the rope, and crowbars, which we need to make grapple head, which we need to make a grappling hook to navigate the roof later on, and screwdrivers you cannot find in inmates' desks. So we want to save up money for those items because those are very expensive. A screwdriver is very expensive, and the crowbars are very expensive, and the rope is generally expensive too. And we need all those items to escape. The balsa wood is not to worry about too much. I'm more concerned about, ooh, dear. Nice. Ooh, a trowel. Meh, you want to take stuff while prisoners are down. Also, another problem with this prison, one of the reasons it's so difficult, besides the fact the guards have one-hit knockout stun batons, and that you can't take, and if a guard chases you for any reason, whether he sees you staking stuff off of a downed inmate, or your heat goes above 90, or you attack a guard, he'll instantly knock you out as soon as he hits. And every time you get knocked out, you lose 10% of your money, I believe. So it's really bad. We don't want to search inmates' desks yet. In order to get the mailman job, I think you need like 50 intellect or something like that. So we want to go and we want to raise our intellect as high as possible. So, while I'm doing my intellect, let's do the checklist, the escape checklist. So first, we're going to need the raft, obviously. That's 2 balsa woods and a rope to make the raft base. Then you need a timber sail, which is a piece of timber and a bed sheet, which is easy to make. I forgot the base intellect you need for both those items. And then you have to use the raft base, the sail, and rope to make the actual raft. Believe it or not, that all fits in one inventory slot. So once it's made, let's do one more. Once the raft is made, it doesn't take up a lot of space. And then we need a crowbar, which I don't have enough money for, unfortunately. Let's give this guy a book. Decreases. The book will increase his opinion, by 5. It didn't really do much. I'm not going to be able to get his opinion down. You can lower the price of inmates' goods that they're selling by quite a bit if you raise their opinion of you a lot by giving them items. Right now his opinion's 30, which isn't really good. But if his opinion was like 90, the crowbar would only be like $30. But I'm nowhere near that yet, which kind of sucks because it's day 1. And I got unlucky because the chances of another prisoner, after the people switch what they're selling, the chances of another guy having a crowbar is fairly low again. So it's really the luck of the draw. You can escape on like day 5 or 6 if you're really lucky with the items and you get really good, easy favors. Anyway, we don't have to worry about the shakedowns because I don't have any cotton band. Stuart wants a tub of bleach. Where the hell is he? Stuart. Here you go. And we want the mailman job, like I said. Let's go back next exercise period. The distraction ones are easy. Distraction next evening mail. Ooh, I'll do it. We want money because I want to be able... Officer Clark. Hell no. Wait, who was the officer? Wait, who was the officer that... Oh my god, I'm such a moron. I forgot it was the red key already. Was it Officer Noah? I forgot. I'm such a dummy. I always do that. I start a prison and I forget which guard has which key. It's easy to remember who the first 3 guards are because they're the ones who do roll call. But I forget which one has the staff key and which one has the outside entrance key. Was it Officer... No, Officer Carl, starting from him on, was... And you only have an hour free time in this period. So we want the mailman job from Henry because that allows us to go into the cells without the cameras busting us. I'll demonstrate that now because it's free time. I want to search some cells. See, if we go into a desk... Ooh, the camera didn't see me. Ooh, got away with that. Ooh, shaving cream, perfect. But now the camera got me. And it raises your heat by 30, which isn't good. Oh, this guy's on the right side of the contraband detector, but doesn't help us. Alright. See, the camera's going to see me. And it goes up by 30. And if your heat goes 90 or above, the guards whoop the shit out of you. And knowing this prison... You get knocked out in 1 hit. Oh, God. I didn't find anything good. So let's chill, let's chill, let's chill. A tub of bleach plus an inmate outfit will make infirmary overalls. And that infirmary overalls plus a jar of ink will make a guard outfit, which we need. Because there's a lot of spotlights on the roof. And if you stand in a spotlight with just your inmate outfit on, you get set right to solitary. And you lose. That's it. You lose all your items. So that's all your contraband items in your inventory. That's no good. So we definitely want a guard outfit. This prison has a particular problem with hiding shit. You really should be extremely... In general, you shouldn't have more than 6 contraband items in your desk. That way, if you're called for a cell search, you can drop the stuff in your inventory and carry 6 contraband items plus 3 bonus slots in your toilet. You can actually store stuff in your toilet and click out. As long as you don't hit flush, when you click back, the items will be there. However, you can even use inmates' toilet, other inmates' toilets to do that. However, if you load the game or get sent to solitary, you lose the items in the toilet. And you also have to be careful with using, ooh, this guy's knocked down. Lighter. It'll be useful for making a cup of molten chocolate, and we will need that to knock out a guard later because we're going to need the staff key, which allows us to access a building which we need to climb on top of. Alright, so let's finish the checklist that we need to escape. We will need a grappling hook to navigate the roofs, which is 2 crowbars and a duct tape to make the grapple head, and then the grapple head plus a length of rope, which is the 3rd length of rope, 2 for the raft, plus the 3rd length of rope to make the grappling hook, and then we need a bedsheet rope to go down. The roofs are kind of tricky. Once we get up to the escape, I'll demonstrate how roofs work. I had trouble figuring out myself, especially when I got into the prison editor. I didn't understand exactly how roofs work, but now I'm pretty sure I got it down. Also, I made a big mistake in thinking that you could just drop down off of roofs if you didn't put a roof edging. I think if it's a high roof, you can't jump down off of it. You need a bedsheet rope to climb down. I got all messed up on Shankton State Pen when I went up onto the roof without a bedsheet rope because I thought you could just jump down off the roof where the space was in the roof edging. You can't. It's too high up. You have to use a bedsheet rope to get down. So that was a big dumb, but I learned from that mistake. So now I know you need a bedsheet rope to get out of Shankton. I think you could use a regular length of rope too, but a bedsheet rope is much easier to make and way cheaper because you could just grab sheets off of pretty much anywhere. So we do want the mailman job as soon as possible. I'm pretty sure we have a distraction at exercise period. Knock the shit out of Xavier. Oh, to zap me. It's pointless. I know you lose 10% of your money. See, I lost $9 right there. But I don't want my heat to be... Oh, I gotta get out of combat mode. Big dumb. I went to exercise period, so I don't have to stay there. You do have to show up at... He's going to come in here and yell at me. That only raises my heat by 10. You do have to show up at least once for activities or routines. Otherwise, your heat goes up. But the prison only goes into lockdown. I don't know exactly how high your heat goes if you miss. I think it goes right to 99 if you miss a routine. It might go up to 80 though. I'm not exactly sure. But I know it's bad to miss a routine. And I got to do a distraction, an evening meal. Let me check. Jar of ink, I could do that easily. Beat up. No, I do not want to beat up. Guard the text and then shower. Well, okay, I'll do that. Let me check. What do you guys got? Ooh, he's got balsa wood. I'd rather focus on the crowbars and the rope right now, because prisoners have balsa wood quite often. See, this is both sheets of balsa wood. But notice they have balsa wood for the raft, but not crowbars and rope. Those are much harder to find. The balsa wood, I think, comes up more often because it's a special item in this prison you need to escape. It's like the feathers in the jungle compound. You don't have to worry about getting the feathers because inmates constantly have them for sale. Distraction of the evening meal. There you go. And zap me. Oh, see, I'm going to lose $10. Yep. You lose 10% of your money every time you get knocked out. So you got to be very, very careful. Now, my heat got reset, so I'm going to try searching desks. Wire is not useful for anything, but I'm going to take it anyway to make a weapon. Ooh. File? Do we need cutters? Yes, we do need Ooh, I got too much crap on my desk. Let me get rid of my mop, and we'll take the file. We do need cutters. You will need to cut a fence. Okay, so escape the checklist. Bedsheet rope, grappling hook, the raft, and you'll need cutters, because there's a fence you have to cut through that you can't go around. And I think it's required that you have the red staff key. I'm not sure if you could chip into the building. It might be made out of reinforced concrete. We'll check that when I actually escape. But I've always used the staff key. So the route basically is you go up to the vents, so we need a screwdriver. That's important. And, like I said, distraction and shower ball. Oh, God, I'm going to get knocked out again, but my heat's pretty high. So, back there. Oh! Ow! That hurts. Oh, my God, you can see my skeleton when you get zapped. Let's search desks. I'm reset. Ooh, there's file. Every time I go into these, uh-oh! Oh, and the guards go and check the cameras. So, ooh. Don't really need that. Yikes. Oh, dear! Wait! Okay, kill me. Urgh. As long as you drop your shit off at your desk, you can, I lost 10% of my money, though. Crap! It resets your heat, though, every time you get knocked out. Alright, let's continue to read. Alright, so I didn't do very good. I gotta get the mailman job. That allows you to go into the rooms without getting busted from the cameras. And I'm not sure if you could search the desks without getting busted. Because, ooh, toothbrush here. That should be relatively easy to get. Officer Wayne. Who's Officer? I think Officer... Oh, it was Officer Waltz. He was the one who has the red key. Super cool. So, no, we don't want to do Officer Wayne. Anyway, finally, the next evening meal. Distract $20 for a distraction, but yes, we'll do it. Let's check the inventory, see what these people got. He has a crowbar. I want a screwdriver first, though. Screwdrivers are very expensive. Crap. I'm keeping the pack of playing cards and any other food items, especially the Panarium barrel, because when you give it to inmates, it increases their opinion of you. And see, his opinion's 4. If I get his opinion up to like 80, all the stuff will go down. The tub attack powder will be like $10. The foil will be like 20. Yeah, so you could actually save a lot of money if you save a bunch of items, like a bunch of Panarium barrels, like 3 or 4 of them, and just give them. But every time you give him one, I think the next time you give him the same item, it doesn't do as much. So even if you give the guy 4 Panarium barrels, the first one will be 15, the second one will be like 10, the third one will be like 8. It's not as much. Oh, and another very important thing about HMP Irongate, go straight to your cell immediately, because the doors close very quickly. Look, they'll lock right away. They lock fast, and I've been locked out of my cell before. And once you're locked out of your cell, you're screwed. So, you want to save up money and get a screwdriver. That is your priority, because you want to be able to go up into the vents to store your contraband. You can't chip behind your wall. There's this black void. You can't chip through that, and you can't walk through that, which is kind of dumb. I think they should have put grass back here, so at least you could go like in a little space. But I guess it represents like a crawl space or reinforced concrete or something that you just can't get through. So there's no way to get outside of your cell directly from the yard by chipping. You have to go through the vents. And of course, there's slats in the vents. So I didn't really do much. I did get a lot of money. $90 is pretty good for the first day, I guess. And I got my intellect up to 59, almost 60. So we have quite a good amount of intellect. So we'll be able to knock out, who was it? I'm such a big dumb, I forget the names. I have to go look at the board. But we're going to have to get the mailman job, which will allow us to go into the cells without being detected by the cameras. And every time a camera nails us, our heat goes up by 30. And a guard comes and checks. And if a guard checks you in the cell, your heat goes up by another 30. So, yeah. So, anyway, this concludes day 1 of HMP Irongate. I will continue to play this prison, and hopefully there's no errors with the recording. I could still throw up the of my playthrough of Shankton State. If you guys want, let me know. There's a big black box, and it's not that big. It's the size of a pop-up window in the middle of the the screen, so you can't really see anything. But the gameplay's there, and so is the commentary. So let me know, and thanks for watching. And until next time, I'll see you guys in day 2. Thank you, and goodbye.